Hi guys, so today's video is, oh my gosh, if you guys could see my setup right now. Today's video is a Q&A because I feel like I'm just going to be doing Q&As. I need a pillow to sit on, 1 second. Periodic Q&As because I always say like, I get a lot of questions. And yeah, I didn't do much these last couple of days. I've just been relaxing and getting some much needed sleep. Oh, and by the way, if you're new, I'm Maryjane. I am a 23-year-old traveler. I travel the world. I've been to 86 countries. I'm on a challenge to visit 100. And I'm seeing how long it's gonna take me. I started in March, so yeah, that's like everything, right? Yeah, basically. And follow me on Instagram as well if you don't, because I'm basically on Instagram like all day long. Yeah. Okay. I'm looking crazy, but this is just like a really relaxed Q&A, and do not mind this giant bug bite on my forehead. That's now, it doesn't itch anymore, but yeah. It's like a healing bug bite. I was like picking at it. Anyways, let's get into the Q&A. Okay, so let's see here. Maybe I should back up some. Okay. Let's just go from, okay, are you planning on going back to Venice, Italy with a significant other in the future? That's a really specific question. I plan on going back to Venice in the future. I'm not planning on going with a significant other. I don't have a significant other. Oh my gosh, I hope the wind isn't messing up my video. Yeah, I'm not, so the question is, are you planning? No, I'm not planning to go back to Venice with a significant other. But if I do, then I do. Not a question, but you're gorgeous. Thank you. Will you ever do an Insta Live? I've done plenty of Insta Lives, just not recently, I guess, or I don't do them on a regular basis, but I do them. I've done them before. Do you think you'd ever travel to a country like Zambia? I plan on, I feel like I repeat myself and I sound like a broken record to a lot of my like consistent viewers, but I know not everybody knows everything, but I plan on visiting every single country in the world. So you can insert any country and the answer is going to be yes. I would travel to any country. I'm not afraid to go anywhere, and I want to go everywhere. How many piercings do you have? I love your content, by the way. Thank you. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. My belly button, 12, and that's it. So I guess 12. Just my ears, my nose, and my belly button. Oh my gosh, the wind. I'm so sorry if you can hear the wind, but it's so windy here in Addis Ababa. Okay. Next question. How do you make to travel a lot and save money? I love you from Uruguay. I love you too. How do you make to travel a lot and save money? I don't understand. How do you make to travel a lot? Like, what is she asking? I don't understand. How do you make to travel a lot? I don't understand what that means. But maybe you mean like financially. It's really expensive, really expensive. So the advice I give people is you can never save enough money. And I work online. Instagram is my job, so, and Instagram and YouTube. So if you can find a job where you work from your computer or work online, then you have the freedom to be where you want to be. So that's how I do it. Yeah. Visit Zanzibar, you'll love it, I promise. Hey, that's not a question. I said ask me a question. But I am visiting Zanzibar. Are you going to visit Southern African countries? We'll see. What have people mistaken your ethnicity to be when traveling? I'm trying to think. I've been to so many countries. I have to think. Like maybe. Well, for example, I'm in Ethiopia right now, and everybody here is telling me I'm Ethiopian. There's a baby crying. All the Ethiopian people are saying, you're Ethiopian, and I'm like, no, I'm not. And they're like, yes, you are. You just probably don't know it. They're like, you know, you look very Ethiopian. And yeah, my mom's friend at work is Ethiopian, and she told me I look Ethiopian. Baby. So I obviously know. Oh my gosh. I obviously know that my mother, and my father are not from Ethiopia, but I do think maybe I have Ethiopian in my blood. I'm going to do a DNA test results video. There's just so much going on right now. How did you get the courage to travel? Baby. Could you give me like 20 minutes? How did you get the courage to travel? I didn't have to get any courage. I feel like I'm not like most people. I'm not like, I try to tell people this all the time because people ask me a lot of questions that are like would apply to like the normal human being, but I'm not very normal at all. So I didn't have to get any courage to travel. Like a lot of people also ask me like, how did you get the courage to up and move to China by yourself? Like it didn't take any courage. I am that type of person. I prefer being in places that I'm unfamiliar with unfamiliar languages, unfamiliar people, alone or with somebody else the most. That's what I prefer. I prefer traveling. I prefer everything about my lifestyle right now. It is my preference. It didn't take any courage from me. Yeah. But I know a lot of people, it's very scary for them, but it's not me, so I can't really say like, oh, I did this and this and this to work up courage. Like, I didn't have to work up any courage. I didn't have to work up any courage because this is just who I am. I like being away from everything I know and in places that are foreign to me, and I enjoy that type of stuff. So yeah, that's to answer your question. Do you want to have your own family and kids? How will you travel with family? I do want my own family and I do want my own kids, but I'm only 23. So, not anytime soon. And what do you mean, how will you travel with family? I see families traveling. Did you just hear that, baby? Like, you can still travel with family. What do you mean? Do you mean my own family, if like a family that I create? It's simple. I just realized my brother's right there. You're in the video. but I don't care. Next question. Is it easy to enter countries with your US passport? Yes. There's graded passports, so like there's a passport ranking system, and an American passport is the best one to have. Huh? Japanese and American, and being an American or a Japanese person, they're the best two passports to have in the world. Americans, I think, have the most access to the most countries. Or yeah, it's like super simple crossing borders with a US passport. Super simple. They don't ask a whole lot of questions. They just look at, oh, she's an American, boom. You know, where other passports are so bad to have. Like example, a Peruvian passport it's so bad to have a Peruvian passport because you're not allowed into so many countries. I remember there's this girl who's Peruvian. She's my friend, and she was trying to get into, well, she's not my friend, but I know of her, and she was trying to get into Gibraltar, and they were just like, when I was in Gibraltar, and they were just like, you're not coming in here, you're Peruvian. And she was like, oh, what? And they were like, sorry, there's nothing we can do. You're just not coming to Gibraltar. And she was just like, some passports are really sucky to have. I'm very grateful to be an American because I can travel basically anywhere with ease. Not everywhere, but most places. Yeah. What is the cheapest country you have traveled to? I can give you like 5. Cambodia, Thailand, Vietnam. Oh my gosh, Vietnam was so cheap. Ethiopia, where I am right now. Where else? Argentina. Where else was super cheap? Lithuania was super cheap. Romania was super cheap. Let me think. All of Central America. So Belize, Costa Rica, Nicaragua, Honduras, Guatemala, Panama, Colombia. They're all super cheap. I guess that's more than 5. What keeps you going? That is a good question. I like that question. Jesus keeps me going. Hope keeps me going. I have a lot of hope, and I believe in myself. I do. When nobody else believes in me, I believe in myself. I've never, ever given up on myself or ever not believed in myself. At some point, almost everybody in my life or that I know have tried to get me to give up on something, or have told me something's not realistic, or that I'm crazy about something, and not for 1 second do I doubt myself. I believe in myself 100%, and I'm like my #1 fan. Everybody could be kicking me, you know, and I still will keep getting up no matter what and doing what I feel like I'm called to do. That's how I've been to 86 countries. It's Jesus, ultimately. But he put in me, I believe in myself, and that's all it takes. I was actually in the airport in Ethiopia. No, I was in Israel, and I was so tired. I've never been tired like that in my life, and I was upset, and I was like this close to a panic attack and like a breakdown because I was just tired, and I was frustrated about my challenge, and everybody was telling me to quit and give up, and like just every XYZ was going wrong, and like I was like about to have an actual meltdown, and I'm like subscribed to Casey Neistat, and I just like went on YouTube because I was just bored at the airport, and I was just trying to watch something to distract me, and I saw he uploaded a video where he interviewed Tony Hawk, and Tony Hawk was talking about, Tony Hawk is the most successful skateboarder in the world, and he's like a billionaire, and like Casey Neistat was interviewing him, and he was like, I'm sure in your life people have, like, you would have never thought that skateboarding would have gotten you to where you are as a billionaire and as like this mogul. And he was like, I always knew I was going to be successful. And he said everybody he's ever known in his life has told him, you need to get a real job. Everybody has told him, like, you need to get a real job. Your dreams are stupid. You cannot become a successful skateboarder. You know, you're gonna hurt yourself. What you do is too dangerous. And I was like, when he was talking, I was like, this is me. Everybody was telling him, you're too dangerous. You're out of your mind. You're broke. You're not gonna achieve what your dreams are. You need to conform and do things the regular way. Whatever, you know, whatever people say. And he was like going through a lot of different things in his life that could have caused him to quit. But he said the only reason, he said, I know the only reason I'm successful is because I believed in myself, and I never stopped believing in myself. Not for 1 second. And I was just like, that was Jesus. It was like, because you really don't need anybody else to believe in you. You don't need anybody else to agree or understand what you're doing, you know. Nobody has to understand what you're doing. Nobody has to understand you. You don't have to make sense to people. You don't have to, you know, pick something in life that, like, goes with the status quo or something like that. You can create your own destiny. You can create your own, as long as you believe in yourself, you can do anything. So, and he said anything. He was like emphasizing that. He was like, it doesn't matter what you want in life. You could get it. All you have to do is believe in yourself. And be fearless. That's what he said. So I was just like, I really need to hear that. And yeah, that keeps me going. I keep myself going. There's this verse in the Bible. I can't think about it. I can't think of which one it is. I'm going to look it up. But it says, like, it just talks about, Jesus talks about, you have to be able to encourage yourself in life when nobody else does or nobody else is. Encourage yourself, lift yourself up, pick yourself up, and do, you know, and don't be a coward, and don't be, go for what you want, and believe in yourself, 300%. That was a really long answer, because I'm passionate about what I was saying. Okay, I love your content. When booking your flights, do you stay loyal onto an airline or go to the best deals? Girl, I just pick whichever. I go on Expedia usually, and I just click where I am, where I want to go, and I look for flights. That's what I do. Yeah. Have you ever come across any major obstacles traveling countries? Girl. Yes. Times a million. Of course. Is it hard traveling and staying vegan? Yeah, sometimes. But it's worth it. You know, I have not been sick in almost 2 years. Vegan life. So many people told me, you're gonna get sick all the time traveling all those different continents, all those different countries, eating all those different foods, all of those different fruits. You're gonna get sick. And somebody told me, like, I remember I posted a picture of me climbing the mountain in Peru, climbing the Andes Mountains, and this girl gonna have the nerve to slide in my DMs talking about, you may not get sick today, you may not get sick tomorrow, but you're gonna get sick. Because, like, I was climbing a mountain in, like, negative 10 degree weather, and all I had was a hoodie on and no hat and no scarf. And she was like, you're gonna get sick. Yeah, I did climb the mountain in a hoodie, and I'm still waiting. That was like 4 months ago. I'm waiting to get sick, girl. That came in my DMs. I have not been sick in almost 2 years, and I strongly know that's because of veganism. Okay, what do you think about K-pop? I'm not a fan of K-pop at all. Although there's this one song I do like, but there's only one. I don't like K-pop. China or Japan? That's a really hard question. Japan is my favorite country in the world, but I also love China, but it's different. It's a different type of love. Like, I'm gonna be in Japan in February. For basically all of February, I'm gonna be in Japan. Basically all of February, I'm gonna be in Japan. I love Japan. I would actually live in Japan. China is more like, it feels more like home. It's so weird that China feels like home, but it does. It just feels like a home place. Japan doesn't necessarily feel like home, but it feels like I want to be there all the time. And I miss it every single day. I love Japan. I cannot wait to go back. I just have a big smile on my face every day when I'm in Japan. I love it. Love it. China is different. I love China, but it's in a different way, and I plan to go back throughout my life, but I would never live there again. Where I would live in Japan. What are your top 2 favorite dishes that you've had since this journey? I've been to 86 countries, you guys. These questions are so hard. 2, all the good food I've had. I can pick 2 countries that I think have the best food that I've tasted. 1. Oh, I can't pick 2. Okay, I'm gonna pick 4 countries that I've just been in food heaven. Indonesia, specifically Bali. China. Japan. Turkey. Mexico. Belize. Okay, I cannot pick 2. That's impossible. I just picked 6. All of those. Okay, I want to pick another one, but I guess I can't. Yeah, all those. And Portugal. Portugal's gonna slide up to one of these top spots. Yeah, that's a hard question. Okay, when do you think about having children? No, what do you think about having children? What are all these children questions? I think it's beautiful, and I plan to when I get married one day. Tell us about... Hold up. So you're in East Africa now. Will you be making your way to island country, i.e. Seychelles? I hear it's pretty good. We'll see. I want to surprise you guys with the rest of my countries. I'm not really going to be telling you about the countries I'm going to for the rest of this year. I just want you guys to be surprised. Will you be doing more try-on hauls? Yeah, sure. Ooh, I'm not answering that because she's asking me when I'm coming to a country, and that country is going to be country 100, so I'm not answering. What happened to your 100 country challenge? And when you're done, are you going back to the States? I'm still on my challenge. I wanted to be finished by December 31st, but it did not happen that way. I'm still going. I did not quit at all. I am right now in country 86. I will be off to country 87, 88, and 89 within the next couple of days. I'm still going strong. Yeah. Now it's just a matter of how long will it take me to get to 100 countries. I started my challenge in March. You can go back and look at my announcement video. March of 2018. And yeah, I'm really proud of myself. There's nothing to be ashamed of. What 23-year-old has been to 86 countries? I can't think of any. I'm nothing but proud of myself. Bigger challenges next year, I don't know. Or this year. And I'm still going strong. The challenge is still going 150%. So I collect $1 from each country. Like I save $1 out so I can like keep it. So all this money right here is $1 I've saved from each country I've been to. So example, like this is a dollar from Honduras, shekel from Israel, pound from Egypt. I love dollars. Are so beautiful to me from certain countries. They're so beautiful, especially because the American dollar is so bland, and I'm from America, so like when I see like beautiful colorful money, I'm just like, I love it. They're like little pieces of art, and it's like something I save for my challenge. I also save patches, so I love my money. That's one of my favorite things. And also I love this bag I got. I got this bag in Greece, actually, in Athens, Greece. But in here I saved pendants that I got from the Vatican. When I was in the Vatican, they were selling pendants. And I got this one. It's just Jesus. And then I also got pendants from Bethlehem, and I switched them out because I have so many of these. I keep them in here, and I collected some from Bethlehem of Jesus carrying the cross when he was about to be. No, I got that from Jerusalem. Jerusalem. But yeah, I got pendants from Bethlehem, Jerusalem, Greece, and the Vatican in Italy, and I switched them out all the time, and I love these. I love these. I'm not Catholic, I'm Christian, but I just love Catholic art. I love Catholic, you know, like art and style, everything like that. So yeah, I got some from the Vatican, and I got some from Bethlehem and Jerusalem, and those are some of my favorite things along with this bag. I think it's super cool. I also love my money. I'm definitely going to be saving these as something for my challenge to keep for the rest of my life. Maybe frame the dollars or something like that. Hang it in my apartment or something like that. But yeah. Oh yeah, I also got, these girls were poor, really poor. These girls, when I was in Egypt, they ran up to me and they showed me their lungs, and you could see they were so hungry that, or starved, that you could see their lungs, and they handmade all these like bracelets, and they sold them to me, and I don't know, things like that are just special to me. Anyways, I collect so much stuff. I could go on for hours. What country do you feel most at home? Japan, China, and surprisingly Ethiopia. It's so weird. I've never been to Ethiopia before, but the fact that everybody is telling me that I am Ethiopian here, they're kind of treating me like family in a way. It's just like the weirdest feeling ever, because I've never been. It's kind of like my friend when I was in China, going to school in China. I went to school there. I went to Huadong Shifa Dashui, and there was this girl, one of my classmates, and her name was maybe I shouldn't say her name. I think she watches my videos, and I don't want to put her business out there. But she's from Kyrgyzstan, the country, and she's not Chinese at all. But everybody in China thought she was Chinese, so everybody like would speak to her in Chinese, and everybody would say like, "Oh, you're Chinese," and so they treated her like a Chinese. They treated her like she was from there. They were treating her like, you know, she was Chinese, and that annoyed her. But it's kind of like the same thing here, like, and it was her first time in China. She had never been to China before. She didn't know anything about China. She didn't know Chinese, and she was like a little bit offended by everybody calling her Chinese. I'm not offended by anybody saying I look Ethiopian, because what if I am? I know I'm not 100%, you guys. I'm just saying I could have Ethiopian in my blood. You never know. So, and the fact that they're not even saying it to my brother. They're saying I look Ethiopian. So I'm just like, maybe I am. I don't know. Yeah, but I'm gonna find out soon. And it's really weird. Like, it's like a homey feeling, because everybody's treating me like I'm from here. They're all coming up to me and speaking to me in Ethiopian. They're like treating me like very, very like somebody coming home, like very welcoming. They're being super sweet to me. They think I'm an American whose parents are from Ethiopia, and I keep telling them my parents are from America. Both of them. My grandparents are from America. My grandparents' parents are from America. My grandparents' parents are from America. So, like, I know I'm not 100% Ethiopian. I know that. I'm just saying I could have a strong influence in my blood. How tall are you? I'm 5'6". Will you visit any African country? I'm gonna end on that note. A lot of people are asking me what's coming in 2019. So much, you guys. So much is coming. Like, I plan on uploading so much, like, in the next couple of weeks, and like February, March, April, May. I have so much planned. I have some countries I'm going to be going to written down, so I'm going to tell you some of my plans. But I'm going to finish my challenge, and then I'm going to Japan for like a month. I'm going to Hong Kong to visit my sister. I'm going back to Paris. I'm going to Dubai, Oman, Afghanistan, Pakistan, Kyrgyzstan, Uzbekistan, Tajikistan, Turkmenistan. I'm going to Russia. I'm going back to America. In America, I'm going to go to New York, Boston, New Jersey, Amandiri, Los Angeles. I have so many sponsored trips too next year where like companies reach out to me to go to that country and they pay me to do some content in that country. I'm going to Morocco, I'm going to Bahrain, I'm going to Georgia, Armenia, I'm going to North Korea, I'm so excited! I'm going to Mongolia, I'm going back to China, I'm going to Philippines. I'm going to so many countries next year. It's going to be so much fun. No challenge. Well, this is after the challenge is over. Me just being a normal travel vlogger. I'm also going to go back to school. I can't tell you where because that's also going to be a surprise. I'm going to buy an apartment. Finally, I can put my luggage in a closet. I've been living out of my luggage for over a year now. Wow, I can't believe that. I've been traveling country to country, staying in hotels for over a year. That's crazy. I have so much planned. I'm coming out with merch this year. I want to come out with some of these. Oh, what? Someone asked me what is my favorite souvenir that I've gotten in these countries. I like my money. I'll show you guys. Where's my stuff? Yes, a lot planned for 2019. Yeah, a lot. And I'm very excited for this year. I should be done my challenge in the next couple of weeks, and then it's go time after. Like, I can't wait. Yeah. I plan on growing a lot as a channel, as a, you know, there's a lot going on. I also just signed with my management company. I now have an agency, and I'm really excited to be working with them. Things have been slow because I'm on my challenge, but like after I'm off my challenge, like we're going like 100 miles per hour. I'm really excited for that. And yeah, I'm gonna end the video here. Thank you guys. I love you guys so much. And I'll see you guys in my next video in the next country.